Hi there, sweet friends. It's Cynthia Nessel at Create With Cynthia, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new, please subscribe, and you can also hit the notifications button. I upload videos on DIY home decor projects as well as vintage furniture makeovers.
Now, get ready, because I'm going to show you how to make the walnut wreath. The materials needed to make the walnut wreath include a wreath form. I picked up a foam wreath form from the Dollar Tree. I also got some moss from the Dollar Tree. I had some paint on hand and I used Rust-Oleum paint. It's an optional part of the process. I also picked up jumbo-sized walnuts. I live in Northern California and I got the walnuts at the grocery store. They had 1 pound bags of jumbo walnuts. For this 10-inch wreath form, I needed 2 pounds of walnuts, so that was 2 bags, and they were about $3.75 each. I also used some faux fur ribbon and some yarn and twine, but any type of ribbon would be fine. And the final thing that you need in order to make the walnut wreath is a glue gun and a lot of glue sticks.
So, I've got my foam wreath here. I picked it up at the dollar store and it was only $1. So I took the green foam wreath and I painted it in Rust-Oleum's bisque color. I also took my walnuts and painted them, not all of the walnut, but I kind of painted a little bit of the walnut in the bisque color because I didn't want my wreath to be just walnut color. I wanted it to look a little white. And now I'm going to adhere the walnuts onto the wreath. So what I'm going to do is put a little glue on the walnut and then stick it on there. And I'm setting my wreath on the table because I want to, and I'm using this flat side of the walnut to kind of adhere the walnut to the foam wreath. That way, when you hang your wreath on the door, it has a flat surface. So you want to make sure that when you're adhering your bottom row of walnuts onto your wreath, that you're doing it on a flat surface. So I've done the exterior and some of the interior. So again, you just put a little bit of glue and then kind of hold it there for a few minutes. A little bit of glue. Also fun to, the walnut has the area that opens, so it's kind of fun to sometimes adhere them this way and sometimes adhere them this way. Gives them a little bit of character. Okay, so on my wreath, I've got the interior and the exterior completed. Now I'm going to take the walnuts and I'm going to put 2 right here, like that. You see that? I'm going to go all the way around. Now when you're adhering your walnut to your foam wreath with your glue gun, hold it down a little bit for a few seconds and kind of push, so that way you make sure that the walnut sticks. If you don't hold them down while the glue dries, they start to move over. Now, I wanted to do a walnut wreath because I did a tablescape blog hop this December and chose a nutcracker theme on my tablescape. You can go to my website, createwithcynthia.com, and search for tablescape blog hop. There was about a dozen bloggers as well as myself, and we all decorated our tables for the month of December. And I chose a nutcracker theme, because my mom loves nutcrackers and my son Troy also loves nutcrackers. And I decided I wanted to do a nutcracker walnut wreath to go along with my nutcracker tablescape. I do plan to use this brown moss and stick it in between the walnuts when I'm done. Because you can see a little bit in between each walnut. Okay, now I'm at the end here. And just straighten them out. Now I'm going to take my moss and I'm going to just cut it into little pieces and stick it in between the little holes. Put some glue in there first, and then kind of stick it in between the holes, like that. The moss is going to cover the foam wreath that's underneath. I just grab a big piece of it like that and I cut it. It's very stringy. The moss is very stringy, so you can easily just kind of pull it apart. And then use your glue gun. Glue an area and then kind of stick it in there. And be careful with your glue gun, you don't want to burn yourself. So you can do this project pretty inexpensively by going to the dollar store and buying the moss, buying the foam. You don't even have to really paint your wreath if you're going to put the moss in between. I'm just adding my moss to all the different spots. Now after you've got all your moss stuck in between your walnuts, then what you're going to do is you're going to give it a little trim, kind of like a haircut. Because you don't want your moss to really overwhelm the wreath. I'm just trimming the moss off. All around it so I don't want the moss to kind of overwhelm the wreath. I don't want to just see moss. I really want the moss to just kind of hide the foam wreath that I'm using, because I chose to use a foam wreath and go the least expensive route. And there you have it. Now I'll show you the back, which doesn't matter because you're not going to see it, but that's what the back looks like. And then here's the front. And I think it came out really fun and beautiful. The final step is to attach your ribbon. And I'm all about faux fur this holiday season. So I just cut a piece to wrap around the bottom here. I'm just going to wrap my ribbon around the bottom here. What's nice about the wreath is that, as you can see in the back, there is a kind of a hole where when you're hanging it on the wall, you get a long nail, you can stick it right in there and it'll hold really well. So I just take my faux ribbon and I cinch it right here. And I add some other pretty pieces of ribbon. I'm taking some white yarn. I'm just tying a knot. In the bottom. And then I just take like 3 or 4 pieces of twine and some more yarn in different lengths. And I tie that onto the ribbon. I just make a little knot like that, so it's going to hang on the wall. Just like that. Don't forget to subscribe to Create with Cynthia on my YouTube channel here. Just hit the subscribe button. You can be notified of videos when I upload them if you like to hit the notifications button. I have a website. It's called createwithcynthia.com, and I write 3 to 5 blog posts per week, so I would really appreciate if you pop on over there and subscribe to my website, blog posts. It's all about my life with my family of 5. I have 2 pups, Oreo and Sophie, and 2 boys, Luke and Troy. And I really appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends.